Hello. I figured I'd do a video showing all the sets I currently have built in the apartment here. There's more back in my parents' house that I gotta move over so I can sort of have all the collection in one space. This is everything I got sort of on hand here. Moving in a few months, so display space should increase a bunch. But this is what I sort of got, what I'm working with. Some of these I've built really recently. Big one to note, I got the UCS Falcon I'm putting together at my parents' house. It's an entire ping pong table worth of bags laid out in building space. No idea where I'm displaying that. So that's currently almost done, but that's not making it over here anytime soon. So things I currently have built here. Again, trying to consolidate stuff here to sort of rebuild the old Lego room. Let's do all the little ones I got around my desk right now. I got the little mall mech. I think these are kind of cool and unique. Obviously, they're not anything in Star Wars canon, but for being $10 sets, for being little sets that you can build, come with a little minifig, I think they're fine enough. Little build, little creativity-wise, nice way to relax, and I got a little project I'm doing with them to sort of increase their personal value to me. So I have one of those built, and I have many more to go. I have the little Din Djarin, Mandalorian microfighter. This is going to get disassembled and turned into a mech, but I got this guy. I got the Plo Koon microfighter MOC alt build combo that turns it into his Jedi Starfighter. Got Plo Koon in there. That's a really cool set. Very happy with how it turned out. Got a little stand that lives here on the desk. And then I have, I can show all the little minifigures at the end. Oh man, I'm gonna stand up. I think I figured out how to pause this video so you don't have to wait for me to like run around the apartment. Like the sets are out in the living rooms and places, so this will be a test to see if that feature works here. So give me a second. All right. Next up is my collection of helmets. I think these are a really cool line that LEGO does. They don't, there's nothing play feature or anything about all the builds, but some of them I really think turned out good and I really enjoy, so I got them. First one up, Darth Vader one is sick. For being all black, it's got a lot of good depth, and I like, the way it captures all the light and the little details, and some of the building styles on these, since they're so much bigger than normal minifigure head, I think they look really, really cool. So I usually just have these all lined up together, but I have the Darth Vader one. I have the Luke pilot one. So cool with his, that tint on the glasses and the chin strap and all these cool etchings and, printed pieces. Shout out, no stickers. All make for a really cool, colorful set too. I know Lego Star Wars gets a bad rap of being big gray ships all the time, so I think a lot of these helmets too have a lot of big, bold colors that I think are really cool. This one's back here. Bosch Leia, really cool bounty hunter helmet, really unique helmet that we see, briefly in Star Wars. So I think it's really cool they did a really detailed helmet of it. And happy I got this one. And then my two babies, I have Captain Rex and I have Commander Cody. Love this one. I am such a huge sucker for P1 helmets. I think they're so cool. I think they're very like cartoony looking, the way it swoops back to that point. So I'm a big fan of those. I love having these two. Definitely my two favorites. All right. Next up, I have Obi-Wan's Starfighter. Again, been building a lot of these recently. I think it's really cool. I love this Obi-Wan fig. Comes with this little hood, cape. I think it came with a cape. But good hairpiece on there. really cool build. Love that these hold their lightsaber on it. You can kind of just have it all in one. And they also have cool colors. All the colors match. Be cool to have a fleet of these that match all the different Jedi. And then the best ship in all of Star Wars, not Ahsoka specifically, but these Jedi Interceptors, I think, are so sick. Just the way they look in the movies is so rad. I love their build. It's such a unique style. It's a big cockpit piece with these wings that sort of expand out, very similar to, S-foils going in attack position, or even like the TIE Fighter wings coming out. It's very similar to TIE Fighter cockpit piece. So I just think they're really cool, like unique looking ship. They look really fast and agile. Just always love these ships. So very happy I got this. Plan on we're rebuilding all the other ones I had as a kid. So again, another piece of the collection I'm very happy to have started. Next thing I got is Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. This is the Playscale one with that button you press on the top that opens up the wings. I think that is such a cool feature. You know what I mean? You put it on the table, you can pick it up, and starts fighting. I think it is really good proportion-wise to the minifigure, which I love. Playscale guy. So being proportionate to the minifigs, not being that... I think the UCS X-Wing is super cool. Really cool to have like a really detailed version of the ship. But in terms of actually picking it up and feeling it around and throwing figures in it and stuff, I love this one. Definitely some little things I want to fix on it. I've seen a lot of videos and some stuff with people putting some really good fixes on this, like retractable landing gear, fixing a couple weird gaps in this, and adding some extra greeblings and details, and I think I'm definitely going to do that, customize this guy. So, another ship I own. Alright, next up is, this is a diorama I got, the Pod Race diorama. Listen, I was a huge prequels kid growing up. That's why I love the Clone Wars. That's my jam. I understand this is not the most popular diorama set, but I love it. It's super cool to have these pod racers with all the little details and stuff that they got ripping through here. There's the extension build you can put on it with the extra pod racer. Would love to do that. Actually, it'd be really fun to look at Rubric. I bet they make the other pod racers in the set that I could really like build this out, like double this base. That'd be sweet. So cool. I know it doesn't come with any figures. Honestly, maybe adding a couple studs up here or something that has young Anakin, Sebulba, some of those characters up there. That'd be a really cool flat display piece. You put in the back, display some other ships and stuff up front. But I'm always really happy with this. My wife seems to appreciate it enough that it's allowed to be displayed in the living room. So that's a win. The other one, God, how can you go wrong with a Star Wars logo? So cool that they made this. Talk about just a good background piece, like I just said with that set, but putting this behind and putting shelves and figures and stuff in front of it. I've seen a lot of cool builds with stands for this that have like microfighters up top or display like tons of your favorite characters all around it. That's sick. I would love to do that, customize it. I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I think the little Easter egg inside is such a cool little feature. But God, this is just so cool. Very happy I got this. Alright, I think this pause thing is working good. Next up, Dark Falcon. What a cool concept. There's a million Falcons out there in a million different styles, but Dark Falcon is such a cool twist on it. The minifig lineup for this is unreal. Jedi Vader is cool. Darth Jar Jar is sick to have. Wild C-3PO, all those guys. That's such a cool line of figs that LEGO officially made. Very cool to have. I love how they did such a good job with building out the really cool interior to this thing, pretty much all around the whole ship. What a great play scale size Falcon. I mean, they got beds in here and a throne and, all the, gadgets and gizmos. So, love the playscale version of this. I think they even make, people made MOCs of this, recolored to be traditional. which I think is really cool. Honestly, this is like my ideal size Falcon for playing around with it. So, really, really happy I was able to snag this guy. Whoa, that didn't pause it. And one of the most recent additions to the collection, the gingerbread AT-AT. God, this is so cool. What a fun concept. Good play scale size. I love the custom Vader, is so cool. Candy cane lightsaber on there, all the print on him. I love a lot about this. I love my like the interior being like Santa's little workshop. He's got his chair and fireplace with stockings and stuff. I just think this is a really cool concept. And the alt builds of this are insane. I mean, what a perfect lineup of parts on this thing. There's like a BD1 alt build that looks incredible. There's a Falcon, there's a Venator, there's so many different ones that I'm really excited. Every year I'll get to, deconstruct this down at the end of the holidays. I'll probably keep the minifig out because it's so cool. But I'll deconstruct this down and then the end of the holidays, and then every holiday season, pretty much like the weekend after Thanksgiving, I'll get to bust this out, pick a new alt build, and have a new Star Wars Lego piece to display in theme with all the decorations. So really, really happy that I snagged this. And yeah, I highly recommend. This is so cool. One of my favorite little alt pieces that I've been able to get. Alright, and then last but not least, I just threw this together last time I was back at the parents building the Falcon. I just built a little mini display stand. So I had all these characters just like put on top of exposed studs. Like all of the Dark Falcon guys were just sitting on like in a ring around the top of the Falcon because I didn't want to hide them inside. Because I like walking by and just seeing them, and I could pull them off and play with them and stuff. So just built a little two-tiered stand in the meantime to throw on my desk. That way I can see everybody on here. So that's really fun. Easy way to have your figs accessible. So one set I have that has been disassembled, unfortunately. It just didn't display that well for what I had right now. And I did an alt build of it, and it just still wasn't that sturdy and great. And I might just lose it to the bins, honestly. It's the Mandalorian Forge. The characters that came with it are so cool. The armor and Din Djarin and all these guys are super cool Mandalorian figures. If this will focus up, I don't really know. But really happy I have all those guys. Jesus, I don't really know how to make this do stuff. So, sorry. But really happy I got those figures. They'll be really cool for other displays. I just don't think the Forge is really my type of display to do. Kind of a stagnant scene. I'd much rather get these guys fighting out in some sort of battle. So that's kind of half deconstructed out there. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Like I said, these are just the sets I have here at the apartment. Tons of sets back at the parents' house. I'll be slowly moving over, building, reconstructing, modifying, and should be good to go. Anyways, just a screenshot of where we're at right now.